Hello, and thank you for joining us. I appreciate you taking the time to work on developing your English skills and personal growth. A teacher wakes up early in the morning. He wakes up at 6 a.m. He gets out of bed and opens the window. The air is fresh and cool. He feels calm and ready for the day. He goes to the bathroom, washes his face, and brushes his teeth. After that, he goes to the kitchen and drinks a cup of warm tea. Sometimes he drinks coffee. He stands near the window and looks at the sky. The sun is coming up slowly. It is a quiet and peaceful time. At 6:30 a.m., he makes breakfast. He usually eats bread and eggs or rice and vegetables. He knows breakfast is important because he needs energy for a long day. While he eats, he thinks about his students and his lessons. He remembers what he will teach today. He wants his class to be fun and easy to understand. At 7 a.m., he gets dressed. He wears clean and neat clothes. He wants to look nice because he is a teacher and students look at him. He puts books, pens, papers, and his laptop into his bag. He checks everything carefully. He does not want to forget anything. At 7:15 a.m., he leaves home and goes to school. He rides his motorbike. The streets are busy. Many people go to work and students go to school. He arrives at school at 7:30 a.m. He walks into the schoolyard. Many students see him and say, "Good morning, teacher." He smiles and says, "Good morning." He feels happy when he sees his students. Before class starts, he goes to the teacher's room. He puts his bag on the table and looks at his lesson plan again. He checks his books and papers. Sometimes he talks with other teachers. They talk about lessons, students, or school activities. They help each other and share ideas. At 8 a.m., the bell rings. It is time for the first class. He walks into the classroom. The students stand up and greet him. He smiles and tells them to sit down. He starts the lesson. He writes on the board and explains the topic. He speaks slowly and clearly. He asks questions and students raise their hands to answer. Some students answer well. Some students make mistakes. He helps them and explains again. During the lesson, he walks around the class. He checks students' work. He helps students who do not understand. He says kind words like, "Good job," "Try again," and "You can do it." He wants students to feel confident and happy when they learn. At 9:30 a.m., there is a short break. Students go outside, eat snacks, and talk with friends. The teacher stays in the classroom or goes back to the teacher's room. He drinks water and looks at his notes for the next lesson. Sometimes a student comes to him and asks a question. He listens and helps the student. The second class starts and he teaches again. He explains, asks, listens, and writes. He uses examples so students can understand better. Time passes quickly when he teaches. Teaching is hard work, but he enjoys it because he loves helping students learn new things. At 11:30 a.m., the morning classes finish. It is lunchtime. He goes to eat lunch. He eats rice, meat, vegetables, and soup. He sits with other teachers. They talk and laugh together. Lunchtime is short, but it helps him relax. After lunch, he rests for a short time. Sometimes he closes his eyes for a few minutes. Sometimes he reads a book or checks students' homework. At 1 p.m., afternoon classes begin. He goes back to the classroom and teaches again. In the afternoon, some students feel tired, so he tries to make the lesson more fun. He uses games, pictures, or short activities. Students smile and enjoy the class more. At 3:30 p.m., school ends. Students say goodbye and go home. Some students stay to ask questions. He answers them patiently. He wants every student to understand the lesson. When the students leave, his work is not finished. He stays at school to check homework and prepare lessons for tomorrow. He reads students' work carefully and writes comments. He thinks about how to teach better next time. He plans activities and writes notes. At 5 p.m., he goes home. He feels tired but satisfied. On the way home, he thinks about his day. He remembers students' smiles, answers, and questions. He feels proud because he helps them learn. At home, he changes clothes and rests for a while. Then he eats dinner with his family. They talk about their day. After dinner, he sometimes prepares more lessons or reads teaching books. He wants to improve his skills and become a better teacher. At 9:30 p.m., he gets ready for bed. He brushes his teeth and sets his alarm for the next morning. Before he sleeps, he thinks about tomorrow's lessons. He hopes his students will enjoy learning again. At 10 p.m., he turns off the light and goes to sleep. The day ends quietly. Tomorrow will be another busy day, but he is ready. He is a teacher, and he loves his job because he helps students learn, grow, and dream. If you find this video interesting and helpful, please give me a like and subscribe.